Hey guys and girls, Nuka-Cola Cutie here, and welcome to my first Sims 4 house build. I am very excited to show you guys what I have come up with. I just I do just look at houses on Google, pictures and things like that, and wanted to figure out how to recreate that house in The Sims for anybody's Sims to play on. You can find these houses on the gallery if you want to download them. I'm kind of trying to do this fill Newcrest, the empty neighborhood in The Sims 4. I'm trying to fill Newcrest with like neighborhoods with themes. So like this house is probably, I think it's the first house. I think it's the first house that I built in a very modern theme. So it's a very modern home with, you know, all of the like lots of glass, lots of windows, really big windows, and I don't know, I think it turned out really, oh, there's another house over there. I forgot, that's my dream house building. It's not finished yet. When it's done, I will show you, but it's mine and my husband's dream home. I'm working on it. It's taking forever. But, yeah, though, so the whole theme for here is modern. I'm thinking of doing some other themes. I haven't decided yet what those themes will be. If you have any suggestions, please let me know either in the comments below or on Twitter, because I don't know, I want Newcrest to be an exciting place to go, whereas right now it's just an empty place to go. And I don't know if I'll build the businesses or not. I haven't quite decided. I might just see if you guys, if you guys will send me some cool, libraries or whatever that I can try to add to the modern. Well, I guess it's not necessarily going to be in the modern neighborhood. I don't know, some kind of something themed, even if they're all like the same, or if they're crazy different themes, that could be cool. Because I know I'm going to need at least some stuff in here. I don't want to have to travel worlds every single time. So I'm going to need some gym, like a gym and a library, those kinds of things. But I might go ahead and just build them once I figure out what these other themes are, but I have not quite decided. So, but this was a lot of fun to build. The modern style is a lot of fun to build. I think it was a good place for me to start because it is difficult. All building in The Sims can be a challenge, to make the things look like you want them to, because sometimes they're just not meant to work that way. It's not how it was created. So I did use the BB Move Objects cheat to help me put things not necessarily where the game wants me to put them, but where I think was the best. Like even with this, I tried so hard to make two windows work on one panel, and it just doesn't, it doesn't work. You can't, because I wanted to have like a big window on the top and then a little window at the bottom. It was kind of like that in the picture that I had for this house, and I couldn't figure it out. It didn't work because it was like it expanded the frame of the window, but the space it took up was the exact same. Like it was this little bitty thing with this humongous frame around it. So I ended up going with these windows, which I ended up using a couple times in a few builds because they just turn out to be a really great option. But this is the BB Move Objects so that I could put those panels or those columns there in order to kind of make it look like a trim. And it turned out so cool. I really like it. It added a nice contrast to the house. And these were the kinds of things that I wouldn't have necessarily tried to do previously. But when I decided that I wanted to do some build videos and I wanted to try to make houses look like something that I'd seen, and then this is what happened. I was adamant about figuring out how to make these things work. So I will say I'm not the best with the camera view, like the recording of the interior and everything once it's done. I'm not very good at it. It didn't turn out as great as I would like, but it's one of those learning processes. It's going to take some time for me to work it out. But this house itself, I put on the gallery a few days ago, I think. As soon as I made it, I was just like, let's get this out there so people can have it, because it's a really fun house to live in. I put it on the gallery. I'm pretty sure I put it on the gallery as a furnished option and an unfurnished option. So you can go and you can, if it's, because it's probably on the expensive side when it's completely furnished. So you can go and you can get it unfurnished and decorate it on the interior yourself, or you can get it furnished and then, you know, just make some things happen so that you can have enough money to buy it. It's a really fun house to live in. It's only going to end up being a 2-bedroom, 3-bath, I'm pretty sure it's 3 full baths, 3-bath home. I don't like half baths in The Sims. Everything should have at least a shower in it, because you find yourself overwhelmed with Sims that all need showers at the same time, more times than not. So I think I'm pretty much done with the exterior, except for the landscaping, which I do later. And then I start kind of messing with the colors. I wanted there to be some brick in it. I don't know why. Don't ask. I don't know. It's I find that my style, at least before this, wasn't really on the modern side so much. My husband's is most definitely on the modern side. Mine's more antique, vintage, you know, classic. I don't know what you would call it, just stuff. And so it wasn't, but none of it was really what I would call modern. And modern to me is a lot of glass and a lot of I don't know how you would describe a modern texture, but that's what I'm trying to say. Like, this is a tile wall that I chose, and I didn't necessarily choose it because it was tile. I just chose it because it looked modern, you know, but it had enough contrast with that line going through it that I thought it was perfect. And then those panels, probably not very modern, you know, but I thought the combination of the two, and then with the furniture that I ended up putting in there, I thought it looked pretty great. So I mean, I don't think any house, at least on the interior, is all one style. So it's not all modern, it's not, you know, but this ends up having the master bedroom, master bathroom, a little kind of closet area that ends up being with a vanity and stuff for somebody, and then this is another bedroom. More, I think I made it a boys' bedroom, like teenage boys' bedroom style. And then the middle room here ends up kind of being like a study mixed with a game room. You know, it's just kind of a little bit of a mixture room. It has in the end, I think it has a treadmill in it as well, you know, game place. But I really loved those doors. I loved the panels. I'm not really a huge, like, wood grain-ish type person, but I just thought those doors were so perfect for the modern style, but it gave enough privacy, because if you noticed on the bathrooms, I used those modern style doors with the glass panels in it. And I know a lot of people in real life would probably be like, why would you put glass panels on the bathroom? But I don't know, to me, it's, I don't know. I live alone with my husband. It's just me and him, and glass panels, frosted glass panels on top of that on a door wouldn't bother us in the least, you know? So, but it just matched the style so much. And the other one that's like this, but without the glass panels, I had like a flimsy look to it, and I didn't want that. It needed to look modern, and it needed to look expensive, whether or not it was or not. You know what? It didn't have to be expensive, but if it was, if I needed to spend the money to make it happen, I was going to do it. Because I mean, of course, in this case, I was just building, that didn't cost anything. But, and then you'll see a lot of times when I was trying to figure out which furniture or which plants or whatever it was that I wanted, I would put like 4 different options down in the area in which I was putting it, so that I would kind of get a better idea as to if that plant worked there, or if that bed was better than this bed. Did this bed have the better, you know, so that way I could actually see it in person, up close, rather than those little thumbnail type things, and decide whether or not it fit the theme I was going for. And the theme I was going for might have changed like 6 million times, but the end result was pretty. I thought it turned out pretty good, and I don't know. I think that the combinations turned out well, and the outside is so beautiful, and the inside turned out beautiful. And oh, and you'll see me using that with the alt key when you're trying to play something, so you can kind of like wiggle it into the exact spot you want it. So I did that a lot as well, and I tried all kinds of plants. I don't really know, because these flowers, to me, they didn't scream modern, you know, they screamed more like pretty and traditional and, you know, girly maybe. But in the red color, it really popped next to the house itself, and I felt like it kind of could use the colors in the plants. And it couldn't have nothing, and I didn't like the idea of it being all the greenery, like all the shrubs and just those big tall green trees, which happened to be a little in the house in some spots. I think I went back and fixed most of them, but you might find them a little bit in the house sometimes. So you might want to fix it if it bothers you. But here I'm trying to cover up that darn seam. You know how it won't let you go all the way to the sidewalk because it's like, this is, you know, you can't build this far out for some reason, which I don't understand, but you can't do it. So I had this little seamless little spot there that it wouldn't let me put the rest of the trim down, and I hated it. So I covered it. Hopefully it looks good. It looks okay from here. I covered it with the lights, which it needed anyway. And then I found this really awesome modern mailbox that matched so well. It took me a while to figure out where I wanted to put it, but it did. I think it went really well. It's probably in a spot where the mailman's gonna like scream at us that they can't reach, but they'll just throw it in there anyway. Not a big deal, unless it makes them mad. But this is the finished and furnished. You can kind of see through the window. And this is me trying to figure out how to use the camera to get the awesome videos that you see. I mean, you see builds that just like everything. There's a lot of possibilities with the Sims cameras. I just don't know how to do it yet quite so well. I mean, but the house turned out so pretty. Look at that darn book. My sim left the book on the floor. Sorry, guys. But the house turned out so cute and so mixed between modern and other styles, and it's just nice. Now I put these rails up to kind of separate like the little sitting and kitchen area from the living room and office corner, and then of course the bathroom is right there. I think I forgot to show that part, but it looks cute. Whoops, where are we at now? Okay, so up here that's walls down, but this is the balcony, which turned out so nice. Got the little meditation thing, which I honestly haven't tried to make sure worked in that spot, so you might want to do that. But it has the beautiful balcony. Love those windows so much. Turned out wonderful. And then we have a little reading corner, some art, as well as the table, a chest, and then of course the treadmill, because everyone has a treadmill, right? But these Sims do. I couldn't figure out what to do with that corner. Like, what else would you do with it? But anyway, here is the vanity room. It's very nice and girly. And then here we have the beautiful master. Is that window black or is it a shadow? You might want to check that too. It looks like it might be black, but on the outside it's not, so I don't know. There's a glass door, so that wouldn't have bothered me. I think it's beautiful. And we did put one of the talking toilets in there just because it matched better. It matched best. And then this is the, like, say, teen boys room. I thought it turned out pretty cute. I love those pictures on the wall there. And then his bathroom is not overly exciting, but I felt like a teen boy's bathroom really wouldn't be, you know. And then the house itself is, like I said, in Newcrest. I believe it is a 30 by 20 lot, which you can see when you go to my gallery to find it. It's Nuka-Cola Cutie. But it turned out so cute, and I do hope that you like it. If you did, or you have any suggestions for the themes of the next one, please leave a comment below and give it a thumbs up if you like it. And I will see you guys next time as we continue to play all the games.